couple of days ago, I heard a speech that Joshua Harris gave at his school. And I asked him to come and share. You know, we're in the process of just listening, right? The goal is to seek first to understand and then to be understood. And so right now, I want you to welcome Joshua Harris to the stage. Come on, make some noise right now.
So this is a speech that basically she's the director of diversity and inclusion at my school, and I titled this speech, "The Thought of Being Black." So it goes like this: the thought of being black is a thought that contradicts the areas and country of which we live in. Being black is more than a skin color, certain vernacular, or form of fashion. Being black is a consistent mindset based off of a physical appearance. Being black is being a colorful people, a person of color not only in melanin but in outlook and action. There's been many times that I've been told, "Joshua, you act white," or "Joshua, you talk white." Yet being black is not defined by my speech. Being black means being a man or woman of color who acts strongly in an environment that in its original form doesn't accept who they are. Sitting in a car fearful of police, being fearful to run in certain neighborhoods, and being fearful to be in certain areas are all a part of being black. Being black is living daily seen as a possible threat, possible liability, or even sometimes a possible criminal. Yet moving forward every day, understanding the risks of life with dark skin, but walking through life as a man or woman in the truth of who you are, regardless of that which is around you. The black mind, man or woman, is tormented or deconstructed by the anathema towards the African American in today's society. Being black is an understanding that you weren't originally in the American plan, a country which in its constitution speaks about the fact that we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men were created equal. You must understand that in the creation of this national guideline, black people were not included. Upon the Great Compromise, you were only seen as 3/5 of a human. In a country where in its creation you were not included, every day is a fight for inclusion. Every moment is a fight for life unimpaired by the turmoil and racial injustice used upon the African American today. Police brutality, racial profiling, a constant cycle of systemic poverty in the hoods and ghettos are all seen as normal. The black person in today's time is seen as a murderer, thief, a broke man, sometimes a ratchet or ghetto woman, a woman with baggage, an uneducated young adult, and sometimes a perceived felon, all contrary to the true facts of what being black is. A misconception based off of images, videos, and specific celebrities made this perception common. A misconception of identity and incorrect perception of a person based off of a corrupt and amoral concept roots destruction to that person or group of people, both mentally and physically, such as how some of us are seen as guilty until proven innocent, rather than the other way around. We see the people who exhibit these kinds of disreputable acts and abusive displays of power speak as Christians. Yet in Proverbs 20:10 it says, "Unequal weights and unequal measures are both an abomination to the Lord." In James 2:2-4 it says, "For if a man comes into your assembly with a gold ring and dressed in fine clothes, and there also comes in a poor man in dirty clothes, and you pay special attention to the one who is wearing the fine clothes and say, 'You sit here in a good place,' and you say to the poor man, 'You stand over there,' or 'Sit down by my footstool,' have you not made distinctions among yourselves and become judges with evil motives?" Whether from a Christian faith or not, the case is clear. Being black is an ever-moving, reoccurring understanding of a risk to fight on the greater. My identity is not rooted in my tone of skin, the way that you think I should talk or the way that you think I should dress. I could walk into school with braids and a t-shirt and speak in a business-worthy manner, but I could walk in with a buzz-cut, clean-shaven, suit and tie and be the most impolite and ignorant person in the room. My race does not dictate my identity. My race does not dictate my potential. My race does not dictate the way that you should treat me. Jesus speaks about the Samaritan man helping the Jewish man who was robbed and beaten. Why can't we be the same? My mom shouldn't have to worry about me being the man who was robbed and beaten, yet the beating and robbing of me may not be by a thief. The world is dangerous enough. Our minds are constantly attacked. Our life always endangered. Tomorrow is promised for no man. Yet for the black person in America, no car ride, jog through the neighborhood, or even binge TV session in your own house is guaranteed. I say all of this to say that being black is more than a figure of speech. It's a consistent battle of understanding the risk seen by my physical tone, but still moving forward understanding who I truly am, regardless of what misconceptions may be portrayed of me. Even in the midst of strife, of an incorrect narrative being placed upon my head, I know that he who is within me is greater than he that is in this world. Understanding the purpose that God has for me and my peers, regardless of the bricks and stones that the enemy throws at me, Regardless of the mental and misconstrued perception of walls that may be set up by society, I press forward into the identity to which God has called me unto. Even though the world around me and the people might look at the way people might look at me seems like an overwhelming sea. Although I may walk through a situation, walk through a place, or sit in a position that feels like a threat upon my life, I will fear no man, understand the Lord is faithful to carry me through all circumstances. The Lord made us in his image, all of us, so being black is the same as being anything else. Philippians 4:13 says that I can do all things through Christ. We can do all things through God's power. We can defeat racism to tap into this concept of mind of Gracism. The power of our feeble and corrupt minds has failed, yet his power won't. The image of a worthy God is within us, so there should be no difference. At the end of the day, every black man is worth it. Every strong black woman is worth it. Everyone in this room and all those outside of these walls are worth it. No matter what may come with it, I'm glad God made me black. I'm glad to deal with what people of my race may go through. So in conclusion, being black isn't how I act or what I do, it's who I am.
Come on, come on, come on. Rest in Jesus. Rest in Jesus. Hallelujah.